Is friends with benefits and hooking up the same thing? I did a poll on that, and the majority of people said they are different, but I actually disagree. Technically, definitionally, they are different. Like, hooking up can be casual, it can be one-off, it can be undefined, and friends with benefits may imply an ongoing arrangement of familiarity and friendship and all that stuff. The reason I think of them as the same thing is because in practice, they often end up collapsing into the same emotional dynamic. And that ends up being intimacy without clear commitment. It ends up being, there's like vague expectations, like when does this end? Because obviously it's going to end, like you're not going to be friends with benefits forever. And there's a lot of room for one person to become more invested than the other person. And for the community I have and the audience I'm usually speaking to, whether it's people who already struggle with self-abandonment or anxious attachment, disorganized attachment, low self-trust, they may be really lonely, or they confuse intensity with connection. Those folks, I think that entering a friends with benefits situation is incredibly risky, and so are hookups. I'm not saying that sex is inherently bad, like absolutely not. I'm actually quite sex positive. Not everyone needs commitment before physical intimacy. Like, I don't think you necessarily need to be like committed to someone to have sex with them, but because a lot of people enter these situations pretending they're fine with casual when they are actually hoping the arrangement will turn into something more, it ends up being emotionally devastating. And if you are using casual sex as a way to audition for someone, to become more desirable for someone, to convince yourself you are chill when you're like actually being really hurt by this situation, I don't think friends with benefits is meaningfully different than a hookup. Some people will talk about friends with benefits and make it sound softer and warmer with more relational expectations than just like sex without responsibility. A lot of times it ends up being like whoever is the more anxious person in the relationship will end up just like trying to make that person their partner. So can friends with benefits never work? No, of course it can. For most people, I don't think friends with benefits ends well ever. And so emotionally, it can be quite devastating. And so I just think of it, friends with benefits, as hooking up. I think of them as the exact same thing in most situations.